Hey everyone, welcome to the Standout Stars Week of Kindness and Gratitude. This is a gift giveaway and a summit. So we're having fun with both worlds today. I want to introduce to you a really wonderful person and a good friend, Stacy Golden-Lisnock. Make sure I say that right, Lisnock.
Yes.
Hi Stacy, how are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm super excited. As you can tell, I forget things and then I mute and I'm saying it comes with age.
Yeah, it
It's
makes it real though. That's
the
good.
experience, right?
Hmm.
All right. So Stacy, you've got actually your category is quite popular right now, especially at the end of the year, and especially with what's been going on in this crazy time for the whole year. So, with your permission, I know that your category is wealth mastery, and you're the founder of your own company called Got It Together Now.
Yes.
So, can you tell us a little bit about how you started this company and what was your driving motivation for helping people?
Well, the short story is that as I had a career as a financial advisor for 30 years and I got sick in 2018. That was something very foreign to me. I had never been ill. And in fact, even when I had my children, I'd never even stayed overnight in the hospital. So I was just really I had with the rug pulled out from under me very quickly. And so I realized that I was not ready if somebody had to come in and take over my bill paying or take care of my financial affairs, or if I wasn't going to make it out of that, if I was going to pass away, then I really didn't have my stuff together. So I had some of the basic things, but then I started looking into it after I had more energy and realized there's a whole bunch of things that you could do in advance of a health crisis or passing away that would help your family to not be so stressed out. And really, one of my biggest motivations is I wanted people not to think that, wow, what a hypocrite. She acted like she had it all together and she didn't. So that's how I came up with the name, Got It Together Now.
That makes so much sense. And the older we get, the more we experience. And I hit the big 6-5 this year, and yeah, it was like one funeral after another, and after you go through the first funeral, you start looking, especially when you're in charge of putting it all together.
Right.
It makes it all. I mean, it's an awakening. It's an
It
absolute
is.
awakening, and when you're not ready, and I thought about that this year, actually myself, is okay. So do I have all the passwords to all the utilities, if nothing else, so that their lights don't get turned off, right? So is that kind of what's in your got it together checklist, so to speak?
Yeah, so it's a 7 module course that I've put together and it goes over the gamut. And I start out with the what I think is the most important, but not the only thing, right? And that would be your estate planning portion of it. So I'm not an attorney, but really what I've done is a lot of research and put it all together. So that's the biggest part. In the beginning, I started getting those workbooks and I was as getting things that were all like I never did them. They just sat there. So like I was real excited when I ordered the books and ordered the workbooks and they got delivered and then I never did the work. So as a student, I loved being a student. I thought, you know what, if I put this in a course, I bet you people would do it. It just, there's something about being guided through, having some accountability, knowing other people are doing it along with you. That's what motivates me.
I totally agree with you, because I've done the same thing. I've gone to Barnes and Nobles, and I've picked up the book, and it's like, get all these things done, and some of them even have little envelopes, and you're right, they're still sitting on the shelf.
Yeah, I got it. I know.
You got
But
it.
I know. And my whole thing is that whole attaboys and I was always motivated by A's.
Yeah.
I was a straight A student and my husband pointed out that I went to school to get A's. But that's what motivated me. So it's not a motivator for everyone, but there's so many doors that people can come in to this program. And what I mean by doors is what is interesting or important to you. It could be the fact that you have pets, and maybe you have never thought about the fact that if you should fall ill, or you should be, hit by a bus, something you didn't expect, your animals are really in trouble if you haven't set up something in advance. So that, that's another area that people are very passionate about. And then your children, and there's so many different categories.
And no, you're right. So you got 7 modules, and you've kind of covered the gamut of what we're leaving, and how we're taking care of the folks that love us, and are destined to inherit,
That's
whatever, either problems or gifts that we're going to give them. Yeah.
Yeah, and you think about the things that nobody else knows but you know, and so they wouldn't even know what they're looking for. And then if I were to ask you if you could go find a certain paper or a certain thing, you might not even know where it is right away. So you put in all those together, somebody doesn't even know what you have or what they're looking for, and then they would not even know where to find it. A lot of things go undetected, and a lot of things go end up at the Salvation Army,
Yeah.
you know, heirlooms
Yeah.
get just donated, things that are very valuable sometimes even get thrown away. So
I totally get that. And there was a time when I was my sister-in-law loved garage sales, and so we would hit, the estate sales.
yes.
And I think that was kind of an eye opener for me, because of the lives. As you walked into that home, you could
Mhm.
see, I mean, everything from the demitas, to, the like you said, the valuable things that people, our kids don't know it's that valuable. And or the story behind it, and why we kept it for a lifetime, right?
That's
So
correct.
I totally agree with you on that.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. You have a course, it's 7 modules. Does that mean 7 weeks, 7 months? How long is it? Yeah.
It just depends on how complicated your situation is. So
Okay.
I had a friend ask me too. She says, "Well, how long is this going to take?" And I'm like, "Oh gosh, if that's the first question you're asking, that's a problem." But in her case, she was never married, no children. She basically has a house and a few things. So hers would be very simple compared to somebody who's maybe been married many times, has kids from different marriages, has a business. Uh, Even if let's think about this. Let's say you're caring for an elderly parent and
Yeah.
something happens to you. Now what you have to have something set up so that that parent doesn't fall through the cracks, or
Yeah.
or maybe you're watching out for a neighbor and nobody else really is, and then you suddenly are gone. That person's gonna also suffer because you're not going to show up and they're not going to know how to find you. And you see
Yeah.
what I mean? So
Totally
many.
get it. Yeah, totally understand. So, it's so funny because it makes so much sense. You kind of wonder, doesn't everybody have this already? And I know the answer to that. But I want to hear what you have, what advice you've got for everybody out there who thinks they've got it
Yeah,
together.
I love it when people say, "Yeah, I'm good, thanks. I'm good. I've got it. I got it handled." And I'm like, "Oh, your kids might not think so when they're handed this mess to have to deal with, when that's not their forte." Most people don't really enjoy paperwork and dealing with hassles and things that don't go right. So you really, if you could take the course and see all what's in there, you will find things that you just didn't think about or that you really didn't have together. I mean, there are so many situations where if they had just taken the time to look, it would have been a very different story for their family. So just a quick example is a friend of mine years ago. Her husband was killed in a car accident, and guess who got the death benefit from the life insurance? It was his ex-wife that got it because he
Oh,
never changed the beneficiary, and she subsequently suffered great health, you know, um, her health suffered for it. I mean, she just was never the same person, and she was ill, and I haven't seen her in many years now, but I know she was just really suffering in the financial stress of it all, and on top of losing her husband, just did her in.
oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I hadn't even thought about that, but you've got to, I mean, that's an excellent point. Not only that, but if you've got, like you said, the extended family, then you've got also to deal with ex-wives and children from the first marriage, and they may not be happy that you're not taking care of them as well. I mean, I can see all kinds of
Yeah.
litigation going on.
Oh, yeah, people, yeah, you got siblings now that don't speak with each other, that are suing one another, that are threatening one another. It's just not what you would think your family would ever come to, but money and things do strange things to people. One of my friends became a chaplain, and he was telling me, you can't even believe, he said he'll be in the home and the person is on their last legs kind of thing. And the family will be in there arguing in front of him, like they don't care who's there about what they're going to get or what
Oh my God.
they start arguing before the person's even passed away. So
That's really sad.
it is.
Yeah, that's really, really sad. So listen, so this is the gift giveaway, and you have a
Yes.
gift for folks.
I do, and I think they're going to really appreciate this because it's huge. I wasn't ever planning to do this, but I thought, you know what, this is, with COVID and everything that's going on in the country, and people are just, they've got a little bit of time too now that they can get this done. And you asked how long it might take, and it's like, it's self-paced, but it's also in small enough lessons that you feel like you're getting somewhere. And when you get to the end, you've got that part of it done. So what my gift is module 1. So module 1, we are going through beta now. So we're giving that version of it a free. And then of course, if they want to follow up, there'll be a very deep discount for the remaining lessons or modules. But I thought, you know what, let me go ahead and do module 1. Module 1 is the most comprehensive of all of them. And you really get a taste of what the program is about.
I think that's awesome, honestly, because um, I just love it. You guys, this is our week of kindness and gratitude gift giveaway. So there's a couple of ways for you to participate. One, of course, is that these are gifts for you. So all you've got to do basically is click on the button, attend the event, listen to Stacy, and just click on the gift. So that's going to give you the introduction to get started, and it's also going to put you in direct contact with Stacy and all of our speakers and all of our guests and all of our co-hosts. So in effect, we're bringing you over 50 gifts that are given from our sponsors, our speakers, and our contributors to you. And this is the week of kindness. So you're going to start seeing all of these gifts effective the 22nd of November, which is Sunday. And then we're going to run through Black Friday and Cyber Monday. So, I mean, this was just the best thing to do for Thanksgiving. I think this was a great way to end the year. Stacey, I want to thank you so much for being a part of this. So let me ask you this: your company, I love the name, Got It Together. How long have you been have you had this company?
I just started it this year. So I got it together now. And I love it too, because got it together now can mean anything. So I have the opportunity to expand over the years, and I may just do that. But for right now, got it together now. My first course is the emergency info file. That's what it's
Love it.
called.
Oh, I love that
Yeah.
because that's like you said. So it kind of, so guys, if you're out there and I mean, I've been through this too many times and I know the value of this, and I feel so much better knowing that I've got, one 3-ring binder that my kids can in case, oh, I always say that in case you get hit by a bus,
Yeah.
something unexpected happens.
Right.
And this is the year that I think has showed us more than anything that we need to prepare our families, prepare ourselves, and prepare our legacies. Because in effect, this is something that we're doing with Stacy's gift. So this is just awesome. Any last words of advice, Stacy?
Well, I did have one other thing I'd like to offer up, and that is an advance directive. So if you were to be in the hospital or unable to give your own direction as far as what you would want for your health care, this advance directive is what you need. So I do have a resource for that, and it is My Directives is the name of the company. But if you go to my website, there is a sign up there, and it takes you right to the website. So So my website is gotittogethernow.com. So just remember, it's gotittogethernow.com.
I absolutely love that. But listen, advance directives are, I mean, gosh, invaluable. I mean, absolutely. If you, I mean, I remember having the conversation with my husband, and it was, yeah, we're fully aware that, if we get into a situation where we're being kept alive by tubes and stuff, it's a
Mhm.
it's a DNR, do not
Right,
resuscitate kind of thing.
right.
And I've seen families have to go through the decision process, not knowing what the patient would have wanted. And even though there are people that are close to you, your parents, your husband, your wife, it's such a great idea to let it be known that this is what you would have wanted. Because I mean, I guess there's no other way to say this, but the guilt associated with thinking that you did the wrong thing for the rest of your life.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
guys, don't do that to your families.
Yeah, there's so many things you can do wrong
Yeah, yeah,
by not doing anything that just makes the rest of the other people's lives not as you would have wanted it to be.
exactly.
It's lasting. It doesn't go away.
Stacy, two amazing gifts. You guys, I love Stacy. So now you know why. So
Thank you.
sign up, go to her website, get the information, not get it together, but got it together.
Yeah. So to get the free module, the first free module,
Okay.
what I need you to do is text the word free to this number. So will the number be able to be posted
Yes.
somewhere? Okay,
Uh-huh.
but just so if you wanted to write it down, it's 714-709-2027. 714-709-2027. If you text the word free, then you'll automatically get the text link back to you to get the module. So I have
Love
that
it.
set up for you.
Absolutely
Yeah,
love it.
thank you.
Stacy, thank you so much. Everyone, I mean, this is just a sample of the wonderful gifts that you're getting this week. So make sure you sign up, make sure you attend, pick your favorite speakers. I know Stacy's one of mine. So and then we'll see you on the back end and getting ready for the holidays. Stay safe, stay warm, stay love, stay in love. Take care. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Stacy.
Thank you, Toni.